Okay, right on. Why aren't you vegan yet?
Alrighty. Um, I enjoy meat. God honest reason.
Mm-hmm.
Do do I disagree with the current meat industrial complex? Absolutely, I don't agree in large scale meat farming. I think a couple household, or I guess a couple household farm animals, like a cow, a couple chickens, a couple goats, that's morally acceptable in my views. Having like
Would
tens
you
of
would you
thousands
tolerate
of
that?
animals to just kill is absolutely unacceptable. Huh?
Would you accept that treatment? Would you accept that
What?
treatment? Being treated like those animals on the small farm.
Oh, but see,
So
the thing with
you
that
might get
is you get
fed and you
into
might have a
predator.
bed, but they're going to take your life whenever they find convenient. And typically, like we just said, it's at a quarter of your lifespan because that's when you're the most tender. Is that okay? Is that
So
morally
me
acceptable
personally,
to
I
you?
don't believe. Can you let me speak? I want to have a like respectful conversation with you, and you've been interrupting
We'll
the last
see.
two people. And
Yep.
I would like it if you don't do that to me. You know, that'd be really cool.
I can't promise anything, but
So,
I will try.
all right, just try to bite your tongue. Thank you.
I'm
So
not going to do it if you're
me
going to talk
personally,
to me like that, though. Go
just
ahead.
let me go. So me personally, I believe that I believe in nature. You know, I believe humans are just as much
Then
as
why are you
animals as
living in a
anything else
house?
in the natural world.
Why are you in a house? Why are you on a phone?
Because we're a little bit more advanced in nature. We're still
So you
natural
left
animals.
nature. So you left nature.
Do
Got it.
we're still natural animals.
No, you only use
No,
nature when it's
no, no,
convenient for
we've
you.
advanced a little bit.
Go ahead and continue, Tim, because I still haven't heard the
Do not
justification
tell
for
me how
using
I live.
animals. Tim, do you want to talk about animals or do you want to be kicked?
Yep, let me continue.
All right, go for it.
I would like to continue speaking. It's an
Okay,
explanation.
do it, or
So,
if you're going to keep
humans
complaining
are
about me not letting you talk, I'm going to
just as
kick
part
you.
of nature. Okay,
Animals
all
are
right.
just as much a
So
part of
humans are
nature.
just as much as part of nature as. Yep, they're on the same level in my mind. And there's the predator and prey scale. We are at the top of the food chain. We are the predator. We don't have a predator. And when we do have a predator, like lions or sharks, guess what they fucking do? They eat us.
So,
Because
Tim,
that's what predators do.
why is human
They eat prey.
slavery immoral?
Human slavery is immoral because it's an act against society. It's an act against our own kind.
So if you saw someone, just one person being enslaved, you'd think, oh, this is bad for society. You wouldn't think that poor individual. You wouldn't be
Yeah,
considerate of that
yeah,
person
that's
with the
anti-societal.
experience. No, no, no. Your concern isn't society. Your concern is the
I think on the
individual.
large scale. No,
Okay, Tim. You see someone walking their
my
dog.
concerns are on
You
the
see
large scale
someone
of
walking their
society.
dog. Tim, you see someone walking their dog and they get mad at their dog and they kick their dog really hard. Is that moral? Is that moral?
No,
Why?
no, that's unjustified harm
Right. I agree with you
because
there.
it's
The animal is
unjustified harm.
experiencing. Right. It's
It's
unjustified.
harm
You're
without
absolutely right.
justification.
And that should be stopped, right? Someone who's causing unjustified harm, that should be stopped, right? Or do you think it should continue?
Killing an animal to eat
I
and
didn't say
survive
killing. I said kicking them.
in the way we're naturally supposed to. Like I said, in the way we're naturally supposed to is
Tim, would
acceptable.
you rather be
Milking an
kicked
animal in the way we're
or
naturally
unalived?
supposed to.
Tim,
No, let me just
please.
keep talking.
Good God.
You're
Good God, dude. You don't even know how milk is made. You know, the farmer puts his arm up the cow. That's how we get milk. They put their arm up the cow's anus. They hold her cervix in place and they squirt bull semen into her vagina. Yeah. And they literally do this to make sure that it gets in there. That's how you get milk. You left the app. We can't hear you.
Tim, I would like to go back to your natural fallacy use. So you said that it's natural, or something about it's natural to have the small farms on live animals versus factory, even though a lot of the ways that they unalive animals are about the same. I mean, because there's only so many ways you can unalive someone for preserving their bodies from meat, basically. So I'm just curious, like, is natural fallacy, is that your justification? Because that's fallacious reasoning. And, domestication of animals especially is very unnatural. I mean, our domestic animals have only been around 10,000 years out of 200,000 plus of human history. Like, it's definitely not natural, even if you wanted to entertain that.
Tim, you can unmute yourself. Okay, we have a good day, Tim. Okay, let's see.
But yes, guys, the majority of dairy cows do experience artificial insemination. It's a standard to learn in vet school and even in ag courses. I knew ag colleges actually that would keep living cows and then also, cow replicas, and they would show the whole process at the school. So yes, that is a standard practice in the industry.
Ugh, yeah. I've actually had farmers come up here and tell me they do it out of compassion, because when they do the natural mating with the males, their males are made so big now that they actually will break the cow's back sometimes, which is
it's
so
incredibly dangerous. Yeah, and it's also incredibly dangerous because of the way genetics have been. Like, sometimes the calves will actually be, I don't know, it's wild. Like, the whole thing is just wild, and it's crazy how we bred them to be so extreme.
I mean, even if, let's say the bull wasn't that heavy and it wasn't all torturous and the baby was going to be fine, it's still immoral to put two individuals in a pen and let the male just do what he wants to the female. We would have a word for that for humans, that's still immoral. Like, we're forcing them to come together to make babies so we can use them and their babies. It's disgusting.